welcome back to Playing with Jonesy. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my tax return. So here we go. So for our tax return, we were able to claim 3 dependents, and then between me and my husband, we made over $100,000 last year, just like a little bit over. So based on that, we were able to get a tax return of $4,266 back. So that's quite a bit. Everybody's like, you know, there's mixed things about like the Dave Ramsey, like you shouldn't be getting a tax return at all because you should be getting that. You're like giving the government a loan or whatever. So anyways, we like getting a tax return at the end of the year. So that's just kind of like what we choose to do. So we got $4,200 back, which is amazing. I'm so excited. We kind of were wondering like what to do with it. My husband really likes to kind of like go all out, and he's like, well, let's go on vacation, or like let's go do something fun. And I'm like more like, let's do something that's gonna help us long term. So after talking about it for a little bit, I decided, or not me, but we decided that we were going to give each other some blow money, just because it's like, you work your butt off all year, you need something, you need to like pay yourself first. So we got some blow money, and then we were like, what do we do with the rest of it? So here's what we decided to do. I'm going to show you, I kind of wrote it down. Here it is. Okay, so I don't know. This is gonna be backwards. This is gonna be backwards for y'all. So I'm just gonna tell you then. Okay, I wrote it down, but it's gonna be backwards, so you guys can't even read it. Okay, or maybe you guys can read it, and it's just backwards for me. Who knows? Okay, so $4,266 is what we got back for a tax return. Of that tax return, I was like, you know what, let's start doing our snowball. Like, let's get crazy. We have the money. Let's just do it. So based on that, we started with our lowest snowball, or our lowest debt, which was my very first school loan. $852.88. Boom, paid. The next thing was, okay, so we ended up skipping one of our snowballs. The second lowest is my husband's medical bill, that we currently aren't paying on. It's like in collections, so we're not paying on that right now. It's the second lowest one, but I was like, I'm not ready to pay that one. Let me tell you why. We have 2 other debts that we pay on every month. First one is my laptop. My mom bought me a new laptop a while back, probably 6 months ago, and I pay, it's just like a small monthly payment, but I figured I would, and that's my third lowest debt, so I figured I would skip the second lowest and pay off the third, only because I'm currently making payments on it, and that is gonna free up X amount of dollars, which it's like $35 that it frees up every month. So rather than paying a smaller one and not really seeing any immediate benefits, I paid off the third lowest to free up $35, which that $35 I can use to then pay off, like kind of like the snowball effect. Okay, so that's one. The second one is, it wasn't even really a debt. So you know how like when you get a new phone, you do like the next program or whatever where you pay monthly on it. We had bought 4 phones. Me and my husband, my mother-in-law, and then I had a phone, and then it broke, and so I was still paying on it. Okay, so we had 4 phones, $25-ish a phone. Okay, so that's $100 a month on our phone bill that we were just paying in phones. So what I did is I actually paid off all of those phones. So that was like $1,608 in just phones that I was going to be paying. So I just paid those off, which means every month I'm gonna have $100 extra. Like, so instead of paying $300 on my phone bill is gonna be like $200. And then I did something even more amazing. I took off the 2 lines because we no longer we used to have my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law on our phone plan. We took them off our phone plan because we had to keep the lines open while we were still paying on the phones. Since since I paid off the phones, I took the lines off, which should free up I don't know, some amount. It should pay off. So that means not only are we not paying $100 for the phones, now we're losing the lines, which should save us like another $60 or something. So by paying off these phones, my laptop, and then my school loan doesn't really save us any money, but by paying off the phones and the laptop, that's freeing up approximately $200 a month that I now get to roll in to my snowball. This is so exciting. Okay, so does that make sense why I did that? Why I paid off the phones and the laptop instead of paying off the one that I'm not making payments on, who's just sitting in collections? It makes sense to me. So that means that bill is still my lowest bill. So you're saying, hey, okay, so all of those amounts don't equal $4,266. So we left a cushion. It's about $766 of a cushion. And then, okay, so we got that tax return on like Wednesday. Okay, then Friday, my husband got paid. Okay, this man, let me tell you about this man. He works his butt off. His paycheck was literally more than our tax return. His paycheck was $4,500. So between, and that was like 2 days later. So we got our tax return on Wednesday. 2 days later, we got $4,500. So with that $4,500, I wanted to be smart. Okay, it was obviously it's a lot of money for one paycheck. So I sat down and I did the math and I said, all of our bills are caught up, or all of our bills, most of our bills are paid. So I sat down and I said, okay, $700 a month, or $700 a paycheck I pull out to pay for our rent. Okay, so $4,500, then I took out $700, boom, done. And then the bills for the rest of the month are about $520. Okay, so that's $1,200. That's $1,200 out of this $4,500. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to spend the rest of this money? Yes, we could save it. We could save it for a rainy day. However, based on the fact I was feeling so intense about our snowball and I wanted to just keep the momentum going, I actually paid off 2 more things. The first thing, again, isn't really a debt, but it's something that I'm gonna have to pay, which is our car insurance. I personally like doing like the 6 months installments or whatever, like paying 6 months at a time rather than doing monthly payment. First of all, you can usually do you can usually get like some type of discount if you like, so instead of whatever $1,800 that you're paying over 6 months, you get to pay $1,300 or $1,400. And then you also get to say, like, we have Progressive insurance, and so with Progressive, you have to pay like $8, like installment fee or something like that. So basically, we were able to save like $300 by just paying it up front and like at one time. So that cost us, and then we have 3 cars on our insurance. We have my truck, my husband's car, and then also my cousin's truck. So he pays us every month for that, but it's cheaper for him to be on our insurance. So we have, so that was $1,483. Okay, so boom, done. Like, I don't have to worry about that for another 6 months. Okay. Then the last thing that I paid for with this $4,500 was me and my husband bought a new bed. We bought a king-size bed, and we didn't have like enough at that very second to buy the bed that we wanted, so we did like a leasing, or like a lease to own, whatever, like 90 days, same as cash, or whatever you want to call it. So this was, we've had this bed for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know, a very short amount of time, probably 2 or 3 weeks. And I was like, I don't even want this debt. And it was like $200 a month in payments, something like that. So I just said, boom, done, paid it, $1,760, and just paid it. So that means between our phones, the laptop, and the car insurance, oops, I almost just punched my face, the car insurance and the bed, that's 200, I don't know, 200, 235, 222, that's $630 approximately that we, no, it's about $600 that we saved. So that's intense, guys. That's $600 that we would have been having to pay every month towards bills and towards creditors and towards stuff that we were like, oh yeah, we need this, we can have this, and now we don't even have to think about it. And now that's $600 that we can start throwing into our snowball. Okay, so that means, okay, so at the end of all of this, right, tax return and my husband's huge paycheck, we still have $820 to spare. I already, we did have money left in our bank account before we got all this, all this money. So grocery shopping has already been done. Okay, so unless we were like, let's get crazy and go out to eat, or like go spend money, like, grocery shopping is done. The only thing that I have not taken out is gas, and Seattle's in the middle of like snowpocalypse or snowmageddon or whatever you want to call it right now. So like, we're not really driving. My husband hasn't been going to work, so he is saving on gas that way. So I mean, that's the only thing that we haven't paid for is our gas, and everything else is paid for, guys. Like, talk about a blessing. And so I mean, okay, so okay, let's do the math here. Okay, so phone, right? Okay, let's see. Phones, laptop. No, let's rewind. Okay, phones and insurance. Okay, so bills that I would have to pay. I just could have paid them over time, but I just decided to pay them like right now. Okay, so that was $3,091 that I spent on phones and insurance. Holy shit. Okay, so then actual debts, school debt, computer, and our bed. That's $3,687.63. So all of this money that we got back, it was like, hold on, $8,783 between my husband's check and our tax return. All of that money that we got back, we spent a total of $6,778.72 on our debt payoff. Or, okay, whatever, like, we put towards our financial future. Holy shnikes, guys. Like, that's so much money to put toward, like, think about that. Like, whoosh. Okay, and like we're not like high class. Like, it sounds like, yeah, when I say like we made like $100,000 last year, that sounds like, yeah, like, oh my gosh, they're doing super well. Like, you have no idea where that money goes. Like, genuinely, I am, what? Okay, so anyways, so $6,700 towards paying off debt, and then also paying off phones and 6 months worth of car insurance. Holy moly macaroni, as my daughter would say. So then you guys, I mean, I'm so pumped. I cannot even wait until March, because I'm like, I'm so excited to know where I'm saving money, and then how much money I get to actually throw into my Debt Snowball. This is all, remember, this is all in 1 week. This happened in 1 single week. Okay, so this is like life-changing stuff. I got rid of over half of my phone bill. I got rid of my laptop bill. I don't have a car insurance bill. I don't have a bed bill. Like, this is, my mind is genuinely blown. So, okay, so what does this mean for the future going forward? I still have quite a few debts. So I paid my lowest, yay! So I paid my lowest snowball, so the 850, however much I paid, 852, my school. And then I paid my third lowest, which was the laptop. And then I paid the fourth lowest, which was the bed. So I still have my second lowest, which is my husband's medical bill, which is like $1,007. And then after that, I have a bill that has been in collections for like 6 years. But I borrowed the money. Okay, so this is where, it was like 6 years ago. It's literally about to drop off next year. And I've heard mixed reviews about what people would do. Let it drop off. Don't even think about it. Like, don't worry about it, because if you call them, or if you whatever, then it like starts that 7 years all over again, and like then you have to pay it. Which a part, you know, of course, the inner part of me is like, I don't want to pay that. Like, no, I don't want to. The other part of me, however, thinks I paid it. I spent it, so I should pay it back. So anyways, that one, and then I have a bunch of school loans, and then I'm done. Oh my gosh. So anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about today. If you guys want to see more about my snowball and what's going to happen, make sure you guys comment snowball down in the comments, and then I will talk to you guys later. Bye.